One of my worst Valentine's days ever. We'll start with my story and we'll get to a lot of calls throughout the day. I thought I was being like the sweetest guy ever, right? So my girlfriend at the time had started a new job and, Steve came in here. Hi, Steve. How'd you get in here? I did not expect you to come in here. You were supposed to be locked out of here. Hey, everybody. I have Steve who's probably going to knock everything over. So I'm going to try and get Steve out of here. But I'm going to give you, let's see if I can do this. Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Okay, Steve, you have to get out because you're going to knock everything over. This is Steve, by the way. Hi, Steve. Steve, let's back up. Let's back up and not hit any cameras. Yeah. And let's go that way. There we go. Holy crap. That is stressful. I was afraid Steve was going to come in here and smash into a camera and knock everything over. And then, then I wouldn't know what to do. Because if these things get moved, nobody here with eyes to put them back. All right, so I'm back. Let's take that down, put that back up. Anyway, geez, I hope you guys are enjoying the stress of the start of this thing for me. As I was saying, a girlfriend of mine had just started a new job, and I thought I would be like the sweetest guy ever on Valentine's Day and send her this big bouquet of flowers that went to her office. Right? Like, so she's the one there. She's got the big thing of flowers and everybody's like, oh, that's so sweet. What a nice Valentine's Day. Now, I guess it was, in retrospect, it probably wasn't the smartest thing in the world to do because she had to take the train home. We lived in the city of Boston and she commuted. And so I sent her a big bouquet of flowers. It was like, I don't know, it was like this tall probably and like this wide, just tons and tons and tons of flowers. And she has to get them on the train, and then it's like a 20-minute train ride to get home. And by the time she gets in the door, I'm all excited. I'm like standing there at the door. We got dinner plans, and I'm dressed up, or I'm getting ready to get dressed up. And she walks through the door, and I was like, "Happy Valentine's Day!" Bam! I hear her slam the vase, the glass container that the flowers came in on the kitchen counter right as she walked in, and she's like, "These effing flowers," and she's like swearing me up, and I'm like, what happened? What's wrong? Are you allergic to them? What's going on? And she tells me, she's like, I had to get this huge bouquet of flowers home on the train. It was crowded. People were bumping into me. Everybody wanted to talk to me about the flowers. And she was so pissed off about the flowers. She picked them up again and goes, bam, and just to make the point, I'm mad at these flowers. And she just bashes them on the kitchen counter. The stupid vase breaks, right? The vase breaks, the water goes everywhere, the flowers are all over but that's not the problem. The problem is that we've got glass on the ground and we have a cat at the time. I had a cat. This is way before Superdog. And the cat is a curious cat and comes running over and starts messing around with all the broken glass. And, the girl and I are like, get out of here, get out. So I'm cleaning the whole thing up. She's trying to calm down from being mad about the present that I gave her. And then little later on, we're starting to get ready. She's starting to get her clothes on. She notices like little bloody spots all over the carpet. And one second.
Artemis/Moon Lady here. I'm going on a date with fiance TMRW and I'm so nervous. Going to see Captain America: 3.
Oh, that's a little hack for the show, by the way. That was Moon Lady. I had the volume down a little bit, but he said he's going on a date tomorrow and he's going to see Captain America, which I wish I could still see the movies like that. Kind of bums me out. They have audio description. I had Vision when like the first Avengers came out, some Vision, and now I can't enjoy those movies anymore. They do audio description. It's not the same, but Moon Lady, I hope you have a really good date. That's your Valentine's Day. Your Valentine's going to an Avengers movie with you, Captain America. That's kind of an awesome, that's better than my day, because what happened, she spotted the blood. And what happened was the cat had gotten into the stupid broken glass and had gotten a cut in its paw. Worse than that, she couldn't get the glass out. It was lodged in there. Long story short, we ended up having to take the cat to the vet on the evening of Valentine's Day because the glass was stuck in its paw. We could not get it out. And the entire night and evening that I had set up did not go to plan at all because she didn't like that I sent her too many flowers. Brooks, what's going on?
What's up?
Talking about Valentine's Days that just go wrong. I got 4 stories. Just told my first one about a girl who smashed the vase of roses that I gave her back in the day.
On purpose?
She was mad that it was too big.
Oh wow.
There were too many of them. Let's see.
I've never had a good Valentine's Day.
You've never had a good Valentine's Day?
Not one.
You got a good bad Valentine's Day story?
I I think it's mostly because I'm always single on Valentine's Day.
Aw. Actually, that's really good timing.
It actually, yeah, it just works out in my life to where I'm just happen to be
Yeah. Is your mic, I gotta figure out which mic.
happen to be single on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's actually, break up with the girl right before Christmas, get back together for New Year's. They just time it out perfectly all the
Saves you a
time.
lot of money.
We just got our first super chat from Moon Lady. Anybody that doesn't know the hack, I apologize. I had the volume down for the first 3 seconds of that one. But if you give a $3 super chat on YouTube or a 300-bit donation on Twitch, which is the equivalent of $3, you will get a little notification. It'll go bling, and then you see Superdog's head pop up. And then, I'm going to switch to... boom! There. Now you're probably on the screen.
Yeah,
and then it'll get read out loud.
Give me 1 second. I gotta hook up my computer to power.
Okay. Yeah, we got multiple views right now, so I just switched from just Pete view to Pete and Brooks view. I'll take a call while you're doing that. I had people calling like 45 minutes before the show, and I was trying to test the system, and I had to hang up on 6 people in a row because I was trying to call. I'm like, hello? Nope, not me. Hello? Nope, not me. But we'll start taking some of the calls right now. And then I've got something off to my right. I don't know what it is. I need you to check it out. And the first caller, I didn't set my phone to do not disturb, by the way. First caller of the day is on right now. Who's this?
Hello.
Hey, who's this?
My name's Abel.
Abel, what's going on?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Oh, Brooks, do you have your headphones, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
They're right there. Abel, you got a bad Valentine's Day story or a question? What do you want to talk about?
Oh, man, I'm just, I'm not like you. I'm not blind, but I do have very poor eyesight.
Yeah.
And I do wear glasses.
Do they help?
The issue is
Yeah.
that if if my eyesight gets worse, they will legally consider me blind.
Yeah.
And I will not be able to drive.
Yeah, I learned that. I learned that real early on. I found out I wasn't going to be able to drive by the time I was like 8 or 9. And where I lived in my parents' house when I was a kid, we lived at the absolute top of our town. Like it was the highest point in our town. And it was one of the first thoughts that went through my mind when I realized that I wasn't going to be able to drive was I have to bike or walk up these hills until I'm 18 and move out of this house. And actually, that was the start of my impressive Quadzilla run, Brooks. That's where I started building my quad muscles because I had to bike up about 2 straight miles of hills every day.
That is savage. That's how you have those tree trunks.
I mean, not having a license is it's easier these days than it was because now there's ride shares. Now you can have stuff delivered to you. And I intentionally lived in cities because everybody walks in the city. I lived in Boston. I lived in New York for a while. And it was, it's much easier to get around these days than it was. But not getting your license is not awesome. Do you have your license now or no?
No, it's because I'm in high school.
And what are you, a year or 2 away from getting it?
Yeah, around there.
If your eyesight holds out, is it like a big stressor for you? Or are you just hoping that you can hang on and pass the driver's eyesight test so you can start driving?
Yeah, just because when my eyesight with my glasses is good,
Yeah.
but without them it's like poor.
I hope you can drive for at least a while. I want to live vicariously through you to go on your first date in a car. I never got to pick a girl. That was actually one of the crappier things, Brooks, as a kid and Abel. Like when I was dating in high school, I was like, "Can you come pick me up?" I felt kind of lame about it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Especially back then. Now I don't care so much. Now Maggie Banana drives me everywhere except I pay for the car, so.
I mean, it works out.
I don't really care so
It's out
much.
for both of you, I'd say.
I wish you the best, Abel. I mean, it's losing your eyesight. There's a million hard things about it. It's stressful. It's depressing, and when you're young, there's a certain set of problems, and when you're older, there's another set of problems. Which stream are you monitoring right now?
I've got YouTube and Instagram up.
And we're both on. Are we both in the view in both of those?
Yeah, we are.
Watch this though. If I press that button right there, it just zooms in on me. You're out. No Brooks. Did it show up yet, or are you delayed?
No, it's delayed.
Okay, well.
Hi, Terminape. Hi.
And then I'll put it back to the full view. But I got a couple of things I want to unbox today, Brooks. What is this?
I'm not sure.
I got that today, and I was 100% stumped. 100% stumped.
Do you want some hints?
I just want to know because I felt it. I spent way too much time just sitting in front of the camera. It felt like a part to something else, like a battery. It feels like it plugs into something.
Okay, it's a good thing you didn't test it out without knowing what it was.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Does it say it on it?
I'll say it says the word police on it.
It's too light to be a blackjack.
Okay, keep guessing.
Something
blackjack? I don't
for
even know
the
what that is.
police. The blackjack is the whack. You smack someone with it, like a baton. Can I feel it again?
Yep, feel the top. The other side.
So this is a button, whatever that
Don't
does.
press the button.
This is
Don't press anything, dude. I'm telling you, don't press anything.
that did something.
Okay, that's a light, but don't press any more buttons.
Okay. So it sounds. Is this a taser?
Yeah,
A freaking taser?
yeah.
That could have gone really bad.
I know. Whoever sent that is a menace.
That is kind of. Is it charged?
Don't press any buttons. Don't do it.
Where's Banana? Is she here? Hey, Banana.
Yeah, it is charged apparently.
So does this button activate it?
I have no idea. I don't want to know.
And if these two things are touching somebody?
that would take them down.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thanks for the taser.
Whoever sent a blind guy a taser, you might want to question your morals. I don't know. Something's wrong with you.
I don't know. I don't know what I would do with that. I mean, maybe it was an honest thing, and they're like, "Hey, blind guy might need some personal protection." But what if I tase? What if I tase Banana in the middle of the melee?
Yeah, I mean, when would you ever be able to use that? I don't.
No, I think they were trying to just see if I'd tase myself in the booth. I'm kind of surprised I didn't. I pressed every button in every configuration, but I didn't have it. I didn't have it like touching my skin. I don't anymore. But it didn't. Yeah. Well, thanks.
Crazy, dude.
That's one of the.
That's one of the gnarlier ones I've seen.
Do you feel like something this size? I mean, that's a normal size, right? Do you think it packs a punch?
I'm sure it would take someone down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, imagine if I did that in the booth in the middle of the day by myself, just laying on the ground.
We could have pursued whoever sent that to you.
Unless they really, I can never tell. It's like reading a text. You don't know like the person's intent.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they really did think I needed personal protection. What's that? That button? That's the light button.
That's a light.
All right. Well, I'll scare someone away with a light.
Yeah. So you can know who you're shocking, I guess, which doesn't really apply to you. But.
No, but this is that was the first time I didn't have anybody with me. I was just opening a couple, 3 things today, and no, I mean, like not an hour, probably about 40 minutes of sitting there pressing buttons and trying to figure this one out.
That's a scary one.
Yeah, glad it didn't go wrong.
Yeah.
I'm going to toss that over there, get that away from me.
Yes.
760-517-6844 is the phone number. We'll take another call right now. Who's on the line?
Hello?
Hey, who's this?
We actually talked last week.
Cool. Can you remind me of your name?
It's Mitchell.
Mitchell. What's going on today?
I would just was watching shorts
Yeah.
on your channel,
Yeah.
and I seen that when you could see you were an artist.
I was. There's art hanging. You can't see it from this angle, I think, but I've got artwork to my left and my right. My left and my right. I used to do a lot of drawing and chalk work.
Well, I'm also an artist.
What is your medium?
I like to do like surfboards and like animation stuff.
Surfboards. I got a couple of reclaimed surfboards in the house that got turned into really cool art, and that's tactile art. I like that stuff that you can touch. You do. And did you say animation or anime?
Animation.
Nice. What's your most fun project that you've worked on so far?
I actually did a Doberman pinscher.
Oh, you did?
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. I feel like I was going to say I'd like to see that, but I'd like to see basically anything. Here's my Doberman pinscher right there. That's Super Dog. I keep him on. I keep pictures of him around. I mean, I can't see it, but I know he's there. What made you do that?
I don't know. I just kind of seen it and it inspired me, and I drew it.
That's cool. You know what? Maybe if you can email it to Banana, she can describe it to you. Is it possible? Can you take a picture of it or scan it in or something so that Banana can see it?
Yeah, I just possibly. I just don't know where I could send it.
You can hit up my Linktree, so linktree.com/Pete Gustin, and you'll see a contact Pete thing there. I don't want to just say my email over the over the
Yeah, don't
airwaves
do
because
that.
they'll get a million of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mitchell, if you can hit that up, we got a lot of artwork right after Superdog, and it kind of got right after he passed, and it kind of got to the point where the house was turning into a mausoleum. Like we got a lot of 3D art. Some of it I have up. We have it all somewhere, but I actually had to ask people to like stop sending so much like big things. But Banana loves to see pictures of Dobermans. I mean, he's a big part of our lives, and it's fun to have little reminders of him. Do you want to hear about my second worst Valentine's ever, Brooks?
I really do, yeah.
This one, I don't cook. I am not a good cook, and I don't like the process of cooking. Like, I feel like if you take an hour to cook something and eat it in 10 minutes, I feel like that is a negative waste of time. I don't. Some people enjoy it, but I don't enjoy it. But I did, for a girl I kind of just started dating, decide that I was going to cook a really fancy meal, like fancy pants, which is way out of my league. And the first thing was a red pepper bisque. And not like red peppers hot, but like, green, yellow peppers. I picked a red pepper bisque. And I followed the ingredients as best I could, and I cooked up this red pepper bisque. And we were taking a little break between courses of meals, and we were kind of getting close. And then she projectile vomited on me.
Why?
Because I had gone to the grocery store, because this was before Instacart and all the delivery things and stuff. We found this out later. And she didn't just puke on me once. Like, she was out for the night. And it was she was wearing a pretty cute outfit and vomiting at the same time. It was a lot. So there weren't a lot of ingredients in red pepper bisque. There was red peppers, and there was some, the Superdog picture fell over. There was cream. And so she's like, how long has this been in your fridge? The cream was like 7 months, 8 months expired.
Oh, no.
And I just bought it from the grocery stores. Some grocery stores, I guess, aren't great. Like, some people, I used to hate grocery shopping with some people because they sit there and like read everything. I'm like, just grab it and go. Like, let's get out of here. But that's why sometimes, because they leave expired stuff on the shelves, and it was way expired. Except I ate it, and my iron stomach made it through the red pepper bisque.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe I didn't eat as much as she did, because I was kind of trying to get to the second course, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she got so like violently ill for an extended period of time.
How long did you guys last after that?
We ended up dating for a chunk after that. That wasn't the end of it, but she was like, she wasn't super forgiving, actually. She was pretty mad because, I mean, she did get really sick. And she was like, I can't believe you served this. It was expired. I'm like, how was I supposed to know? And she didn't like the I'm legally blind at the time excuse. She was like mad about it. So mad, wearing a sexy outfit, throwing up was how she and I spent
Not a good.
our Valentine's Day.
Yeah. We're having a little buffer issues on and off. Just letting you know. I mean, it's fine now, but
Okay, that's interesting because I jumped up the quality to 1080 today.
Yeah.
So I basically we have a whole new system today. If you look ahead of you, Brooks, there's a whole new camera in front of us, and the camera is a result of a comment that I got on the channel. It was the first time I ever deleted a comment ever.
really?
Yeah, someone in a comment wrote, "I never noticed this before, but Pete is balding on top," and so this new camera should be able to show. I have hair. That's hair.
We're buffering right now.
Well, when we stop buffering, we'll see that I have hair. Is all platforms are doing it?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of not great.
Yeah. Is there a way you can bump it down?
I can try it. You want to host for a minute, and I can try to go bump it down.
Sure. Yeah, we're stuck in buffering right
No,
now.
that's not good.
Okay, it's out now, but I would bump it down anyway.
All right. I'm not sure if it'll let me while we're going, but maybe you can.
Let's see.
Talk about your favorite Valentine's Day ever.
As I was telling Pete, I actually somehow end up single most Valentine's Days. So I'm trying to think of a bad one because pretty much I'm just I don't have them basically. So never planned out, but it works out in my favor. I spend less money, and typically I get a girlfriend right after Valentine's Day. It's just the way it works out. So yeah, my Valentine's days are spent, dating myself. I'll take myself out to a nice dinner. I'll get myself a bouquet of flowers, eat one of those heart-shaped boxes full of chocolate, just me and my lonesome. But, it's actually a great way to save money. I save at least, $300-400 a year. And that adds up. I'm 35, so you multiply that, when you're of dating age. If you're a fiscally responsible person, I would highly suggest it. Honestly,
That I can't change the. It was all there was nothing there. It was
okay. Well, it's good now. So
all right. It was just giving me a big no-go screen. I don't think they let you change your settings halfway through the thing.
okay.
But yeah. So as I was saying, I have hair. Like I have hair. Like there's lots of hair there. And I actually deleted at first I was like, no, I have hair. I know what you're talking about. But then I was afraid that some people, when people see like the first comment, they don't read the second one. I didn't want a bunch of people reading the first comment and then thinking that I had no hair. Apparently, what's going on is my hair is going gray and or white, which I was unaware of and I'm not excited about. So I feel like I need to get a can of spray paint. And Banana said that the lights from up there on the old crappy camera that we have were shining down on my head and making the gray and white stuff look like I had a big bald spot. So I upgraded to a Sony ZV-1 camera, which has much better quality. And next week we won't have streaming issues. I'm just trying to learn it right now. But I wanted people to see every square inch of my amazingly not balding head.
It looks great.
Thank you very
I
much.
just buzzed my head, so we're the short hair bros right now.
Do you do you go to a place or do you just take like a buzzer to your own head?
No, I went to Supercuts and paid $40 for a buzz cut.
That's a lot for a buzz
That's some
cut.
California stuff right there.
That's definitely a California price. I've got something else I want to unbox over there in a minute, but it is a call-in show. We'll get to some more calls right now. Hey, who's this?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. Who's this?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
This is Danny.
Danny, what's going on?
One second.
Yeah. He was not prepared.
He wasn't.
Hello.
Hey, Danny, what's going on?
Not much. I was on the call last week, actually.
Yeah, did we talk or were you just on the line?
We talked. I'm the one who suggested the old-timey phrase for y'all to use.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we appreciate that. What's going on this week?
Not much. Just got out of school earlier today,
Yeah?
so that was good. I was wondering if I could share a couple bad Valentine's Day stories, too.
If you got one, go for it.
So, at school, they do this thing called a Valengram, where you can pay like $5 for like a fundraiser and get someone sent like some candy or like a chocolate-covered strawberry.
Yeah.
And a couple years ago, I did that to a girl I liked. I asked him, I broke in some savings, took out like $5,
Yeah.
filled out the form, and then whenever she got it, she came up to me and said, "I'm sorry, but I don't feel the same way." And gave me back the strawberry, and we did not talk after that. And when I tried to, she would just kind of like give me the cold shoulder, and it was annoying.
Oh
and sad.
no. I applaud your guts of going up. So you didn't know how she felt about you. You just took the gamble with the chocolate.
Yeah, I just took the gamble, but I got a girlfriend now, so that makes stuff better.
There you go.
That's good. You got some chocolate geared up for the new girl tomorrow.
Actually, I gave her a chocolate bar today because she's going to Mississippi.
Oh, all right. You got it in a day ahead of time. That's pretty brave. We were talking to a kid, what was it, 2 weeks ago, Brooks, last time we were here, about how you just gotta, I feel like back, when you're younger, you just gotta try. You just gotta go put it out there, not be afraid of girls.
Yeah.
And it seems like he recovered. It wasn't the most crushing thing in his life. He moved on, he got a new girlfriend.
That's what it takes, man.
Yeah, you gotta try.
Gotta get used to rejection.
Do you want me to unbox this giant box over here? I kind of know what's in it, but I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, we're buffering right now.
Is it all platforms are buffering at the same time?
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Like,
I mean, I think it's the quality thing. I think the 1080.
is too much?
Yeah.
Too much for all those platforms all at once?
Yeah.
How long does it buffer for?
I mean, now we're good, but it's just like a couple seconds at a time.
Well, deal with the buffer. If you can deal with the buffering this week, we'll jump down. I wanted everybody to see my amazing haircut this week, so I jumped up the quality. We'll bounce it back down to 720 as opposed to 1080 next week. But what was I about to do? Oh, so I kind of know what's in this box. Because I'm a voice guy, people send me audio equipment from time to time just to test. And I got a company called Antics said they were going to send me a new microphone to test, but the tracking package said it was a 13-pound box.
Whoa.
So why would there be a 13-pound microphone? It seems a little weird.
It does.
Let me. Do you want me to go grab it and see?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's. I'm switching over to this microphone for now because this is going to be in the way. Does that sound weird?
It's a little bit. It's a little bit.
A little roomy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me reach. Here's the unboxing knife, and here's the box.
Okay. We're buffering right now.
All right. Well, that's going to be fun.
Yeah. Well, that's huge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's this huge box. Can I
I
get?
would say wait for 1 second. Just to make sure. Okay.
What do I do
We're
with
good.
this microphone? All right, this microphone is. That's not going to work. I'm just going to be on this microphone now. So, do you want me to use the unboxing knife right next to you?
Yeah.
I just don't know why a microphone would be a 13-pound box. This is going to be tough to do in this little space. All right. What other? There was another Valentine's Day that I dated a girl for like 3 or 4 years, and she didn't want anything for Valentine's Day. She wanted me to get her mother stuff for Valentine's Day.
Interesting.
And so every year I had to buy her mother flowers and chocolate. I don't know what this is. Is this some information?
Doesn't tell me much.
All right. There's one thing. I feel like there's a bunch of these in here. Can you take the? I'll throw it in front of you. Am I gonna hit anything if I chuck it
You're
here?
good.
All right. So I think the reason it was 13 pounds is because they sent me like 4 of them, which is nice. That means you can have one. So let's see. Oh, what is this stuff? Is this a microphone? Now I'm
Yes.
confused. Does it say what it is?
Do you want me to read it to you?
I feel like I should know what it is.
Okay.
Let me see if I can open it up, though. Uh-oh. I just dropped stuff. All right, what kind of microphone is it? What am I about to unveil here?
It is a OX-M microphone.
What color is it?
It's black.
Just all black?
There's a little golden stripe on it.
All right. Do you think I should plug this sucker in?
They have a sticker they gave you that says, "Hearing is believing."
That's good. I'm glad they didn't say seeing is believing.
Yeah.
Let me unplug this one, and then I'll plug this in. I might want to turn it down a little bit so I don't pop everybody's ears out. How do I get that out? And,
Oh, we're testing the new mic, guys.
yeah, I got to do it right now. I hope it works.
I'm not sure.
And, ooh, hey. I got to plug that right in there. And my new microphone. Ooh, it sounds kind of nice already. Do you like it? That's the new microphone. What is this? The Audix? What is it?
Audix OXM OMX-M.
OMX-M. All right. Can I put it through its paces? Should I try something?
Yeah.
Ready? Let's try this. Let's go. In a world where one man has the greatest voice that a human has ever had, he needs to find the one microphone that can make it sound even better. Pete Guston is trying out his new microphone right now in theaters Friday and on this stream right now. It doesn't sound bad. It sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds great.
I'm gonna put a little popper stopper on it because I tend to go poppy pop. You like my theme music too?
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Did you pick that out before the show?
Yeah.
It's really good. He's putting on the windscreen.
Also known as the microphone condom. You want to try and do a trailer? You ever done a trailer before, Brooks? You don't have the fancy microphone, but
I could try.
ooh, look at that! It gets geared up.
One man moderating the chat, making sure no one spams. If you try to say skibbity, he will put you in timeout. Who is he? No one knows. Brooks been on the channel for like 5 or 6 years. Brooks Venters is the moderator.
Brooks Venters is the moderator. That's pretty good. We sound about the same when we do it.
Yeah,
I think the only difference is I have the fancy microphone now.
yeah.
I like this one. I am not displeased with this, and I'm super picky with microphones. I like that theme music.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I was excited when I came across that today. I know we're supposed to be getting to some more phone calls, so let's hop over to those. Anything going on in the chat? Anything exciting happening?
Oh, now people are saying skibbity.
Oh, good job. You started it up.
Yeah.
760-517-6844 is the phone number. Who's in the line right now?
Oh my gosh, hi. It's Astro again from last time.
Yeah, what's going on?
Not much.
You have any good Valentine's Day stories for us? I like Mitchell's. He got a reject.
Yeah, so by school we had a sweetheart stand, and this is pretty terrible. Like, it was like the night of Valentine's Day, and we all were there, and that's when I found out that my ex was cheating on me.
Oh, on Valentine's Day?
On the spot at the dance. And I was like,
my gosh.
what?
That's not good.
Brutal.
Yeah.
So did a scene ensue, or how do you handle that?
I just kind of found one of my other friends, and we just got like they had this like concoction stand where you can like mix like energy drinks, and we just each bought one, and we were just sitting outside on like a curb. For some reason, even though it was snowing, they put us outside.
I kind of feel like if I got cheated on, I might not want to jack myself up with an energy drink right afterwards. That seems like an interesting choice.
That is. I will say
You can go be in a corner or drink energy drink. I'm like, I want energy drink.
Yeah, better than nothing.
I think if you get cheated on, sitting on a curb is the appropriate place.
That sounds about right. I feel like that's a movie scene.
Yeah.
I like the way this microphone sounds. It's really like...
It sounds really good from the viewer perspective.
It's different mics do different things, and the one I've been using is this is the what is this Shure U80? No, Shure SM58, which is like the standard voice or standard microphone that everybody uses in podcasts. But I don't have the standard voice, and this thing does a really good job of picking up the low, but still letting it like cut through. I feel like I want to do like trailer voice all day.
That sounds so good.
It
Thank
sounds
you.
a lot like the ones my school uses for broadcasting, which are expensive.
Yeah, the mic in my office is $2,000. I've got a backup one next to it. It's like $1,400. I'm gonna have to look up how much these are because, I mean, yeah, like thank you for calling and talking about Valentine's Day. Like I can really get into that register and it picks it up.
One more thing is I'm also an artist as well, so.
I feel like I wanna have like Banana describe people's artwork to me. Yeah, everybody starts sending me artwork. I want Banana to describe it to me. If you can dig up my email, send something over, but that'd be kind of fun.
I have multiple, so I would definitely do that.
All right, Astro, thank you very much for the call. Happy day before Valentine's Day. Sorry for the in-person
Banana,
live cheating.
I
will.
too.
She's taking the night off. There was one girl who I found out was cheating on me in my entire life, but I did not find out like in person with her in front of me. That sounds kind of horrifying. I'm not entirely sure if I would have been dealing with that too amazingly well.
We're buffering right now.
There's a lot of I think I dropped. There's a phone somewhere.
Yeah,
it's like halfway through the couch. We're still buffering again.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Is it super annoying, or is it just like a couple seconds we come back?
It's like a 10-second buffer.
Oh, that's kind of a long time. I'm a little surprised because I just thought that the new camera would be handling that, but maybe the streaming software just doesn't like 1080.
Yeah, I think it's just so much going on at the same time, probably.
To tech talk it for a second, do you think I should go back to the old camera, or should I just jump the stream output quality back down from 1080 to 720 for the next one?
I would just go down quality.
All right. Well, we're here. We're not going anywhere. Even if we're buffering, it just gives you a moment to catch your breath because of all the excitement that's going on and how amazingly breathtaking this microphone is. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. Who's in line right now?
It's Artemis. What's up, Pete?
Artemis, what's going on?
Nothing much. I mean, Moon Lady returns once again. I just wanted to say hi. I saw you were live.
We are live today. Do you have any bad or good Valentine's? I never asked for any good Valentine's Day stories. Do you have any Valentine's Day stories, period, you want to share?
Well, I'm excited, obviously, because I'm going to that Captain America movie tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm really excited about it. But I have one. I was in middle school, and this is back when I was a boy. I'm a girl now. But I was really, 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 sweet on this one girl. And it was very obvious looking back. She did not like me back. And somebody told me that she liked me because they were mean and they were just messing with me.
Oh.
And so it was... oh my God, I cringed looking back on it. But I got her a little bouquet of flowers that I picked outside. Because, I was what the kids nowadays would call zesty.
Nesty?
or fruity.
Okay.
Fruity.
Yeah.
They were calling me gay.
Okay.
But
Thanks for clarifying for the dummy.
yeah. But I got her a little bouquet of flowers along with a little thing that said, "Hey, I like you. You don't have to like me back."
Yeah.
But then, being the jerk that she was, she showed it to the entire class.
Oh,
And then they were like, "Do you like Courtney?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do. What's the problem?" And then they were like, "I can't believe you like Courtney." I'm like,
your friend that
Yeah.
told you that she liked you, that's not a cool setup. That's horrible.
they were a friend that turned out not to be a friend.
You know, it's funny because now I'm like torn. Brooks and I were talking to someone 2 weeks ago, and we said if you're interested in a girl, you just got to go for it. Like that's the thing I did not do in junior high and high school. I was petrified of rejection, and I said to you 2 weeks ago that like I feel like now I wouldn't be so afraid of the rejection. But then you hear stories like this, and you realize how mean girls can be back then. Like showing it to the whole class. Yeah, like that is kind of a deterrent.
That's one thing I learned when I transit. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. Wait, so now are you the mean one now?
No, that's one thing I learned when I transitioned is that, like, I started to realize, like, how mean girls can get. Because, like, with guys, it's always like, oh, I'm going to fight you, I'm going to beat you up. But with them, they come out scheming, conniving plots to get even the most, like, minor of, like, you suck energy onto the other person.
And embarrass you in front of the whole class. Artemis, thank you for the call. Thank you for sharing the story. You got a lot of names you go by. Are you Moon Lady in the chat today or no? You were in there for a minute, right?
I am Moon Lady in the chat.
Well, I hope you...
I am Moon Lady Artemis.
Oh, that's... Okay, so it's all one thing. That makes sense.
No, I am Moon Lady and Artemis.
Oh, okay. All right. So you do have multiple names. By day, now I'm messing up already. By day, she's Moon Lady. At night, it's Artemis. I'm just going to keep doing that throughout the whole show. Thank you.
It's giving Batman.
Oh, yeah, Batman. I'm Batman. What were you about to say?
I was going to say, we appreciate you, Moon Lady, always coming in and chatting and stuff. So.
Yeah, no, thanks for sharing the story. Thanks for the early super chat. Don't forget, if you want your text read or your message read out loud, $3 super chat, 300 bits on Twitch will do it for you. Again, apologies for the buffering today. I thought we had that all squared. We did a 5-minute test, and it lasted 5 minutes, but going for an hour, I guess, is a little different than that. 5:37. We're still got about 23 minutes. I'm excited about the new microphone. I'm petrified of the taser that I threw over there. I hope I don't step on that on the way out. You'll hopefully have to that out.
I'll find it.
The you know, like when you grow up and you ask a girl out. It's not like asking a girl out though when you're grown up. Like I feel like in high school you're like, you want to go out, but like I feel like. Yeah, what's with the whole like humiliating the guy that asked you out in high school? I
think it's more of like, you know, as girls get older, they get asked out more, and they just get used to it. And they're just like, yeah, I'll friendly give you a friendly rejection. Yeah. But in high school, it's like everyone knows each other, and there's kind of just this meanness that exists within that kind of small community. That's my theory.
Does that make you take back the advice, or do you still, if you were back in high school days, would you still have more guts to ask girls out now, or would you be scared because of the possible humiliation?
That's a great question. I think probably I would have tried more, but yeah, I got humiliated a couple times. I mean, it happens, you know. I had one thing where I can tell it really quick. This group of girls told me that their friend liked me, and kind of the same scenario as that other person. And I like asked her out, and she was like, "I would never go to the dance with you." You know,
she was like, "No."
Yeah, and it was not even like a public humiliation. It was just like she just wanted to, you know, just strike me, you know.
Oh man!
So I know, I feel the pain, man.
I was like a bit. See, it's funny. Like Moon Lady, said that a friend told him her. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And you said a friend told you, or her friends told you. I did like double homework. Like if I was reasonably interested in a girl, I would check like 2 or 3 people because I didn't want to ask and then have them be like, sucker.
Yeah.
I always wanted to like definitely know ahead of time. I was definitely not the one that was going to put myself out there. But
Well, and now girls, if they're really mean, they can post you on social media. You gotta be real careful.
yeah, I guess you do need a extra. I want to hear from the guy that we gave the advice to. I wonder if he did ask that girl out, and I hope it went well. I mean, you'll never know unless you ask, but you do have to deal with some pretty serious rejection, I guess, these days.
You do.
From she was a mean girl and couldn't just say no. Wait, let's do it this way. Where is it? She was a mean girl and couldn't just say no. She had to humiliate him in front of the entire school. It's the woman who had to be a jerk in theaters Friday. There we go.
Okay.
I can do that with everything.
I hope that it lagged as soon as you pressed the noise.
Of course it did.
Hopefully.
Maybe some platform. Are all platforms lagging or just YouTube?
It's kind of just, seems like it's just YouTube.
Well, that's weird. That shouldn't even happen.
Yeah.
Like, they're all going the same way.
Instagram's way behind, so.
Well, that's interesting, too. Anyway, who's this?
Hey, this is David from Oshkosh, Wisconsin again. How you doing?
I love just hearing you say Oshkosh, Wisconsin. It's just fun to hear. Probably fun to
Such a
say.
cool city name.
It is a good name.
Yeah, I'm from Detroit, but being here, I've acquired the taste of the language a little bit.
Am I having a false memory? Aren't Oshkosh bagoshes? Isn't that clothing from like the 80s?
Yeah, it's from here, the child's clothing, but they don't make it here anymore.
Made in China now.
Probably.
So it was kids' clothes. Oshkosh bagosh was kids' clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, like kids' overalls and stuff like that.
I feel like I had some Oshkosh bagosh.
Did you?
And was
Yeah,
that
you
actually
probably did.
was that
Probably
actually
did,
the
I
name?
think.
Was it called Oshkosh bagosh, or was that just something that like
It's
my
just
mom said?
Oshkosh, right?
No, that's what it was called, Oshkosh Bagosh.
That's funny. Well, anyway, what's going on in Oshkosh, not bagosh today, David?
Too cold to do much of anything today.
Everybody's frozen everywhere else in the country. We got rain today, and we're like, oh no, it's raining in San Diego. What do we do?
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of snow lately. Like, it just let up like this morning, but it went for like 24 hours.
That's a long storm. How is the Brooks? You had to drive up from the city today. How are the California drivers in the rain?
Oh, it was hectic. There was tons of people on the side of the road. Saw someone with a blown out tire. There was like probably 4 wrecks on the way up.
Really?
Yeah.
Just from the rain?
Yeah. I mean, people, they're not used to it. People, hydroplane. I'm very nervous about hydroplaning because the Tesla tires get worn down very quick. So I was driving like 55.
Were most people doing 55, or most people like even slower?
Most people were doing like 60.
That's usually people out here doing like 90.
Yeah.
Like if you're not doing 90 on the highways up on the 5 around here, like you're getting passed.
Yeah.
a lot.
That's the minimum.
Do you have a good or bad Valentine's Day story you wanted to share, David?
Well, I got a bad one I could share.
Go for it.
2 years ago, I saw my wife on Valentine's Day in court because I was being sentenced.
Oh, that is not a good
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
I know. She had to see me in handcuffs. I felt like a total shitbag, and I was a shitbag, so I
Beep.
can't complain.
Did you?
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay, so you got sentenced on Valentine's Day. Does that mean that you got led out and taken right to the jail and/or prison, like right then and there?
I was already in jail.
Oh man! And then can I ask how long? How long until the next Valentine's Day you were together?
I did a year and a half, so this would be the first Valentine's Day that since I've been out.
I try to be a law-abiding citizen. I have weird recurring nightmares of being in prison and being blind. I don't know. Like I've always been curious. Like, would they give me some special dispensation, or would I just have to fend for myself? Did you ever see a blind person?
It really just depends on the prison. I mean, Wisconsin prisons are actually some of the easiest in the entire country. They actually send us high-risk prisoners because our prisons are safer, and they're afraid they're going to get killed in their own prison.
Oh God, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
I don't know why that was a fear of mine even when I was younger and I hadn't lost all my eyesight. I was like, what happens if I go to jail? Like, how am I going to find my way to the mess? Like, how am I going to survive? I mean, were you in a place where like everybody was, physical with everybody, or was it a kind of everybody minds their own business, does their time kind of place?
There was a few physical altercations in the initial prison because it's a high stress area because you're in your cell 24 hours a day and you really only get out maybe an hour or two a week.
Oh, wow.
And that was for 4 months.
Oh,
so people are under a lot of stress. So anything to press someone's buttons and they can snap. I mean, I was fortunate that I did my entire year and a half and I never had to put hands on nobody and nobody had to put hands on me. I was very fortunate, but I've seen some fights, here and there.
With that much time, you're only getting out a couple hours a week. Is there any sort? Do they allow devices in the prisons these days? Can you watch something, or are you just sitting in a room staring at your cellmate?
Well, in that initial prison, unless you're actually placed there full time, you can't have a TV or anything like that. So you're just stuck in this little cell with. And I swear I must have gotten the most annoying cellmate in history.
Talker?
One guy was an aspiring rapper that couldn't rap for crap.
Did he?
And the other guy was a little shrimp that thought he was a tough guy.
That sounds like an annoying cartoon, babe. Was the rapper, was he like constantly trying out raps on you all the time?
Yeah, except it was the same 3 songs over and over again for days and days and days.
Oh, God. That sounds like a loony bin.
Sounds predictable.
You're not far off.
Oh, man. Well, I'm glad you're out of there. I can't believe you got sentenced on Valentine's Day. I mean, I guess any day's a bad day to get sentenced, but to have your wife see and get sent off on that day, and, obviously, if things had gone differently, you'd be doing something very different on that day, probably.
Yeah, my wife just said, "How romantic, huh?"
How romantic. Well, David,
I had a quick question for you before we leave.
Sure.
There was a guy on the chat a few weeks ago for your chat. He couldn't get on the line. He really wanted to ask you a question. And people were just trolling him so bad, and he was sincere. But he wanted to know if you believe in God.
I don't think talking religion is where I want to go. If you can give me that,
I respect.
It's kind of like at the table, you don't talk religion, you don't talk politics. I mean, I have my own philosophies, and I don't think I could give an answer one way or another that wouldn't like upset people. I mean, I have my own feelings, I have my own relationship with the universe, and I feel like putting that stuff out there. I've always tried to make this channel a place where people go to feel included, to tell their stories. I really appreciate you telling your story. I hope I didn't ask too many personal questions about your time.
No, you haven't.
No, but I feel like the moment you start getting on one side or another of something like that, then it just kind of disincludes a group of people, and I don't want to do that. I want as many people to come here that feel like they can share and discuss and talk as possible.
Yeah, I just felt bad for that guy because he was getting a lot of flack for that, on the chat.
That's too bad. I mean, I can safely tell you that I don't feel like I'm alone in this world. So, however anybody wants to interpret that, but I'm not going to proselytize or try and push any of my beliefs or feelings on anyone else. I don't think that is where I want to go. But yeah, I don't feel alone. So hopefully that's a fair way of answering that. And I appreciate your bringing the lonely chatter who got beat up on in the chat to the fore. I appreciate that, David.
Yeah, no worries. All right, you take care, man.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Is anybody in the chat doing anything exciting this evening?
Everyone's just wondering if I'm reading the chat, and yes, I am.
Are you the moderator in the chat, right? So does your thing get like highlighted when you write, or does it?
Yeah, it's blue and it has a little wrench next to it.
Ooh, that's kind of cool. So you can use that wrench to like whack people when they're being bad.
Time out.
The wrench is
like a kid,
even more powerful than this thing. Is this thing? I don't know how to sharpen this because it's a weird knife. Does it still feel sharp?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know like how it could feel sharper.
I feel like it used to be a little more sharp. I've had a couple of stabs into the box. I mean, maybe just I've been stabbing so many boxes for the last year that I've kind of not gone in as deep as I wanted. And I was like, hey, that's not great. But I don't really know how to sharpen a knife.
I know you have to have like one of those little metal things.
A special tool for it? Well, maybe I can figure that out. But then again, maybe Banana would probably say something like, you don't need the knife to be any sharper, Pete.
Right. Probably you don't, but...
It does the trick. I had, in case that thing was too big for the blind guy unboxing, I brought this pocket knife, which is a hilarious pocket knife. It's my great uncle's. When he passed away, I took it from his house. I was allowed to. They said
Nice.
I could. And you know, most pocket knives, when they have like a bunch of things, there's like tweezers and a wrench and like there's a bunch of other things. This is a pocket knife with all knives.
That's
It's just all knives.
Wow, they're rusty.
Yeah, they are. This thing is from like 1920, I think.
Wow, you don't want to get stabbed with that.
No, you don't. Tetanus shot time. But I grabbed this one. I thought it was hilarious because all the other pocket knives I had as a kid did like 5 different things. I'm like, this one is a knife and a knife and a knife. I don't know why it had 3 knives.
Not a Swiss.
No.
Yeah.
There's maybe German. I don't know what it is. 760-517-6844 is the number. Who's this?
This is Silent Powder.
Oh, man. You sound like you're a million miles away. You there?
Oh, here, give me a second.
I think we got a call center.
Well, yeah, what was going on? It's like when you call for technical support and there's like 5,000 people in the
Yeah,
background.
yeah.
Was he taking a lunch break from his call center job?
I don't know.
Let's try another one. See if some little clear connection is there. Hey, who's this? Hello. Yo, who's this?
This is Jameson.
Jameson, what's going on?
Not much. How about you?
I'm just trying to do a show dealing with some laggy problems, but I got a new microphone, I got a taser, and I'm pretty happy. It's the day before Valentine's Day.
Yeah. You're cutting out.
I'm cutting out?
Oh, no. You're good. What's up?
What do you want to talk about, Jameson?
Not much. I think I have a story,
Okay.
but it's not about Valentine's Day.
All right.
So I was, listen, to this chick, I thought she was fine, right? But I didn't have the courage, so I had my female cousin, I was like, yo, text this chick for me, and she did it, right?
Yeah.
Did not go over well.
No.
Had a boyfriend,
Oh.
and the friend group hated this chick. I learned that afterwards. I'm like, I'm going to blame this on her, and I forced her to call and be like, I sent a message, so it's not the best thing.
No, that didn't sound like it went super. Have you ever asked out a girl that had a boyfriend, Brooks?
Yeah, plenty of times. Or maybe they just said that they did.
See, I'm just a giant. I'm really a giant chicken. I've never asked anybody out that like it wasn't a sure thing, or like a girl that was on a dating app, because there's probably a reason for this, because out in public, out in the world, like I can't just like randomly meet girl. When I was single, like I couldn't go to a bar and like make eye contact. I feel like the first step in meeting a girl at a bar or out in the world is like making eye contact. Like,
Yeah.
You see me, I see you. Yeah, I've been my entire life and never just randomly met a girl, because like I can't do that. I can't like just grab their attention by looking at them.
Yeah, it's cold approaching someone new is pretty difficult. I've never had much success.
I did. There's one story. Me and my best friend Pete, we were in Boston, and there were apparently a couple of girls that were just dead, like staring at me, like can this guy, like, hello, like, can you please like notice that we're? And I had no idea. He's like, you didn't. I'm like, no, of course I didn't know. Like, I didn't know they
How
were
are you
looking at me.
supposed to know? Yeah.
And they came over and they were pissed. She's like, I've been looking at you for like 10 minutes. I'm like, that's not the way to get my attention. So I've never had that opportunity. Random things that you would never think about, like going blind. Like, how does that affect your life? Like in so many different ways. Like just going out and like meeting friends or eye contact with a girl. It just makes everything a lot more difficult. Because I remember my very first college roommate, he's like, I thought you were really standoffish when he first met me. He's like, you wouldn't look at me. He's like, I couldn't like get you to pay attention to me. He thought I was just really kind of rude and didn't want to talk to people. I'm like, no, I really want to talk to people. I can't see them.
Yeah, makes sense.
760-517-6844. You got something in the chat?
Yeah, one guy said, he says, I am virtually impaired and I live in a state that snows. And yesterday I was walking across the street and I was stuck on the snowbank and this truck guy came to help me.
Oh, visually impaired was probably the
Yeah,
I got screwed up in the first line. That's really nice.
It sounds scary though, that first part of that.
Yeah, it does. I feel like I hear this a fair amount now, like people that are confused, like, do I help the blind person or do I not? Because some people are like, I can do it myself. I feel like 9 times out of 10, if someone's blind and they look like they need some help, especially if they're stuck in a friggin' snowbank, like, yeah, they could use some help.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been offered help and been mad about it. I'm usually very appreciative. I think if you see a blind person, someone with a cane, someone looking like they don't know exactly what's going on, like, yeah, you can offer that help. Holy crap, I'm just going to kill that one right away. Sorry to hang up on you so fast, but, we got a chat coming in.
Good evening. I would be honored to connect with you and interview you on my channel. I am always ready for a great conversation.
Aaron's Opinion TV.
Aaron's
for $5.
Is that ERIN or AA? Aaron.
Let me check out his channel.
Brooke's gonna check out your channel and
we're gonna vet you real quick
and see if we'll be doing the interview. I haven't done a lot of interviews in a long time. I just I feel like people kind of ask questions that I've answered a lot, and I get a little tired of it. Talking about my story sometimes.
It looks like it's all about visually impaired people.
Well, I'm one of those.
It's a pretty small channel. Not to not to discredit Aaron, your channel, but
I was a small channel. When I was a teeny little channel, Taylor Knox offered to go surfing with me. And I have always appreciated that. I remember at the time he had, I think he had 113,000 followers on Instagram, and I had like 9.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy's huge. He was, former pro surfer. He is huge in the surfing industry. But I had nothing going on, no followers, nobody. And he offered to surf with me. Rob Machado started making boards for me and appeared on the channel. I think I only had like 13,000 followers at that point. So yeah, I mean, if you got some specific topic, Aaron, you'd like to discuss. I just found that I was doing a lot of interviews and people would be like, when did you go blind? How did you lose your eyesight? How is it to surf blind? I'm like, boy, I can't be interested answering the same questions again. And that's on me. Because I know everybody hasn't heard the stories and it's new to a lot of people, but I found that I was not giving max effort answering the same questions again. So I took a little break from doing
that makes sense.
Interviews. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. Who's this?
Just give me a second.
Go, just get the crap out of me.
Just give me a second to process this.
Okay, all right. Take a breath.
Every day, every time you have a live show, I call you. But this is Brandon, and I am from North Carolina.
Brandon from North Carolina. I am glad you got through. You might be the happiest person to have ever been on the other end of this line. Even though you scared the crap out of me, I'm glad you're here.
I'm about to have a heart attack, a stroke, a seizure. I'm about to have everything.
Don't have any.
You're alive. You're here. Take advantage of the opportunity.
There's tens and dozens of people watching you, and then if we turn it into a short, it could be millions. But don't let that stress you out.
Please turn it into a short.
All right. Well, give me something. Give me something good. What do you want to tell me?
I do have a bad Valentine story.
All right. I like hearing these. Glad to know I'm not the only one in the world. Fire away.
Now, this isn't exactly about a girl, because this is when I was like in elementary school.
Okay.
I was bringing a bunch of candy to my class for Valentine's Day, and 2 people walk up to me, steal the bags, and just push me into a glass case, which, guess what? The glass case broke, and it shattered all over me.
Oh, Jesus.
And it hurt.
I bet. So you're off to a bad start. You lost your candy and you got cut up by a bunch of glass. What about who was the intended recipient of all this candy? Was it everybody in your class?
Yes, it was like a little Valentine's party.
Oh, and so you didn't even get to deliver it to the class? You ended up spending Valentine's Day. Did you end up spending it in the nurse's office?
Yes.
That's not awesome. That is getting pushed into a glass case on Valentine's Day. That you know what? I think they're going to get better going forward.
I really hope so. I really hope so.
Are you going to try and bring candy to class tomorrow, or are you off that now? That's didn't work out so great that time.
I don't think I'm ever bringing candy to anywhere.
All right, I probably wouldn't either. I think that's a safe bet. Although I do have this taser that someone sent me. Maybe if I'm kidding. Take the taser with you when you bring the candy. No, I'm totally kidding. Do not do that. I don't even know. I feel like you have to be like 18 to buy those things. Probably, right? They can't just sell those to kids.
No, you can get it on Amazon.
You can? Just like anybody, like some 8-year-old kid could go buy a taser?
Yeah.
That's
I'm
nuts.
not 8.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying like any kid could. Anything else you wanted to ask? Because you sounded so excited to be on. I don't want to get rid of you before you're ready.
I got one thing to ask.
Okay.
I don't remember. How long have you been on YouTube?
I set up the channel in December of 2019, and the very first video that I posted on this channel, on the Blind Surfer channel, was January 1st, 2020.
Okay, because I remember some Super Dog videos.
I was posting, so I had a private channel where I was posting some voiceover stuff and just kind of like a few random things here and there. I mean, I had some stuff that I was posting, I think all the way back in like 2012. And I'd just gotten Super Dog. So there are some videos on the Pete Guston channel, and they're just nonsense. I was just taking them with like my camera phone at the time, low quality. I could see a little, and I just had pictures or videos of like Super Dog running in my backyard. So, but the Blind Surfer channel didn't start until 2020.
I'm probably gonna look up that entire channel.
It's not that exciting. There's just a lot of voiceover stuff that I was posting.
Okay.
Well, thank you for the call. I'm glad you made it through. I'm glad you didn't have a heart attack, seizure, aneurysm, any of the other stuff that you were afraid of when you first called up. We appreciate all the calls, especially the people that are super excited. The saddest Valentine's Day I ever had, Brooks?
6 p.m.
Oh, it's 6 o'clock. I can tell it really quick. It's February, of course, so it's freezing. We got a hotel in Rhode Island, and we got it because it had a jacuzzi in the middle of it. And my girlfriend at the time bought herself a really cute bikini. She put it on. We started running the jacuzzi water to fill it up. And like 5 minutes, it wasn't getting warm. Like 10 minutes, it wasn't getting warm. And I finally called the hotel concierge, and they said that, oh, sorry, they didn't have any hot water.
Oh my god!
Like, that's literally why we got this room. That's why we're in Rhode Island in February.
On
because
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, on Valentine's. She's standing there. She was a sensitive girl. She ended up crying on Valentine's Day, standing there in her bikini, freezing and shivering because she was expecting to get into the warm hot tub, and they just like, oh yeah, we didn't bother to tell. I'm like, why didn't you tell me ahead of time? Like, people are coming to your hotel on Valentine's Day to get in your jacuzzis. You might want to have some hot water available.
Yeah, maybe.
You want to try and do one more quick call?
Yeah, we keep cutting out, man.
All right. We'll do one more quick call, and then next week we'll be back at lower resolution, but no buffering, hopefully. Last call of the day. Who's this?
1 sec.
That's not a good start. We did not get off to a good start. I can't do 1 sec for 10 seconds. We'll go.
We're buffed out anyway, man. Honestly, yeah.
It's gone.
I mean, it's just stuck, kind of.
Not coming back?
It's back now, but.
All right. We're going to take this one last call. No buffering next week, hopefully.
Yeah.
We've tried to upgrade, got this fancy new camera. Hopefully it's just the 1080 setting.
I think so.
All right. Anyway, last call. We'll try it again. Hey, who's this?
Hello. I'm named JT.
JT, you got a good story for us?
Well, not necessarily. But I was I very much am a huge fan of yours.
Well, thank you.
Your story is very inspirational for me. I hope one day to be a filmmaker.
Oh, nice. I root for you to be a filmmaker so that you can hire me to do the trailers for your films. That is my hope for your future and mine.
Coming in theaters this Friday.
No, I do the voiceovers. You do the filmmaking.
Personally, my favorite film of all time is Back to the Future.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
I love anything. I so many reasons I like 80s movies because I could actually see back then. But I used to go to bed after watching Back to the Future, like fairly certain that hoverboards were just around the corner. Like I'm like, if I give it another couple, like I remember whenever it came out in like June, July, August. I'm like, by Christmas they're going to invent those things, and I'm going to ask for one for Christmas. I was so certain that I was going to have a hoverboard before the time I was like 13.
Oh,
it didn't happen.
Sad.
Now they call them hoverboards.
Also,
they're not.
They also would be basically useless. And the whole thing about the hoverboards is they can only go like a couple feet off the ground, and they can't go on water.
Yeah, I mean,
we already have that.
What do
That's wheels.
Wheels. I guess just the whole concept seemed kind of cool, but that was a great movie.
The concept's fantastic.
Have you made any short films or anything so far?
Not yet. I have a very variety ideas, like maybe a Zelda movie or like a Kingdom Hearts movie.
Nice.
Jim Henson biopic.
That would be cool. You know which one I want to watch? I still like to watch. I mean, I listen to them, but speaking of biopics, I feel like I want to do the Mr. Rogers one. I feel like that would be interesting.
That would be really fun.
What's it called when
Well,
there's
that already exists.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's
I want
called
your neighbor said, like, I want to flip that one on, maybe with audio description or with I can still do movies and not know, I mean, obviously the pictures add a lot, but you don't have to have it. What's it called when it's a biopic about a band? Is that just a biopic again?
documentary.
Behind the
I think it would
music.
just be a documentary.
Yeah.
Like Banana and I listened to the one about Queen. I thought that was super cool. Freddie Mercury, that was a good story.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the call. I guess we were dealing with the stupid buffering issues the whole time. Watch, I'm going to do this right this time, Brooks. I'm going to take the volume down before I fire off the music. 2 weeks ago, I scared the crap out of us.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the chat that we should address before we go, and then promise next week to come back at a higher quality?
Not really.
Or
Everyone
less
was
quality?
very, very nice in the chat tonight. So
Were you? Did you ever check out the TikTok chat?
I did not check it out.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully they kept themselves company over there.
Yeah, they can handle it.
Well, I got a new microphone I'm excited about. I do have a new camera. Next week we'll try and make it so that it's not buffering the whole damn time. Apologies for that, but thank you to everybody that called, and I hope everybody's Valentine's Day does not consist of getting pushed into a glass case, having girls tell you that you're a wiener for asking them out, and may you all have hot water in your jacuzzis tomorrow.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Have a good Valentine's Day.